welcome to my channel. This Openwidewitch time where we keeps it PG but always keep it a what? A G, okay? So I do not have the nails today, right? Like I say, I'm trying to give my nail beds a rest. All right, let's get into this reading. Very, very sorry that I haven't been posting like normal, but just know if I'm not posting like normal, I'm fine. I'm okay. It's just your girl is very, very grounded and really trying to build some foundations and set them down for the future. Okay, so I get back with y'all when I can, when priorities get all the way straight. All right. So now, I feel like there's somebody that's very OCD. Okay, this could be significant. There's also something very significant about somebody is being shady towards you, and they have no reason to be shady. But this is what's so funny. I almost couldn't get it out because whoever this person is that's trying to be shady to you, they got so much shade that probably is getting thrown at them, or could be, or it's just people is looking at them like you got so much you got to worry about before you try to throw shade at somebody else. Okay. All right, well, you could be dealing with messy people because the word shady, most people, most people who are messy say shady. So, yeah, that's just normally how I go. But so I feel like as you guys can see, the first card that came out with the card of blank, so that lets me know that something is faded. I tried to pull another card. The Tower card came out. I said, "Oh my God, this is not explaining what." So it just seems like to me that there is some illusions that's occurring at this current time. Okay. There's a situation that's faded, like something abruptly is meant to happen. All right. And I definitely feel like there is some secretive situation going on. Could be involving a child or your inner child. But I definitely feel like there is this vibe of maybe there's a new partner coming in. As you can see, like this right here, this partner might have them a child also too. All right, because I noticed how this was like ducking, hiding behind here. So it seems like it seems to me, if you kind of wrap this up, um, if you have a child, your child probably wants a brother or a sister. I'm not gonna lie to you. They want a brother or sister. And as you can see, the divine is kind of hiding it that he's gonna bring somebody in for you who probably already has a kid, and maybe you're what I feel like you and this person's kid are gonna click, and your child is kind of maybe your child the moon card can literally resemble, like, the secret is your child is bored being the only child. If you do not have a child, or maybe you're just attached to a child, that could be it. If you're not even attached to a child, this could just simply be your inner child. Maybe you're going to meet somebody who has a kid, and when you meet them, you're going to have a kid with them also. Okay. So just kind of put it to where it resonates for you. But I feel like there's so much peace surrounding this situation, even though it gets very scary, very, you don't know what's coming, very out of nowhere, very kind of shocking. It's occurring to bring, to like, get rid of something, like have a tower moment. It's like something needs to get, like, it needs to happen. It needs to get out the way. Like maybe somebody needs to hurry up and have a kid. Maybe this the vibe, like you need to hurry up and meet the person you're meant to be with. It could be given that vibe, but I feel like however it goes, it's gonna be so much peace around you with the situation, even though those are some heavy hidden type of cards. Okay. I was saying hidden, but it sounds like I'm literally saying hitting, hitting like HITTING, but my mind is hearing hidden. So just know it's all unraveling from the divine, okay? Because this is what the divine is hiding from you. All right. So, well, and another thing with the tower card was really just trying to, it's like off putting. I hope you don't meet this person like when your car ain't done, or like you ain't got the nails there like you want to, you ain't looking the cutest. Like it's going to be something shocking. If it's not that, it's just going to be shocking who the person. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I have a cold. Okay. Yeah, I know them summer colds take forever to get over. Oh my gosh, it's be kicking my ass every time I'm thinking, oh, I ain't coughing. I don't have a cold. I don't know where to cough. Just pops up. Okay, so all right, let's get into this. But now, I definitely do feel like there is this vibe of Let me just kind of like hone in on the cards, and just kind of see. I kind of got a feeling of what this reading's gonna be about, but I just want to look at the cards just for clarification. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So this was so very interesting, right? This might make sense as to why something is occurring abruptly, because I genuinely feel you got this vibe, and this normally happens a lot. You have a plan. Your plan is probably to start a business, okay? Start some sort of business. You can feel yourself being like, I feel my spiritual team on the other side is approving this. You want to start a business. You have an idea. It's brewing. It's green light. It's so forth, right? Now, what's so interesting is what is fueling you to start this business is because you could have been you could have been dealing with somebody who was like trying to spread lies on you. And the reason this person was trying to spread some sort of lie on you is because they feel like they're not worthy of you. Okay. There are a lot of people that are really, really clapping for you. There are a lot of people who are sending a lot of positive energy, wanting the best for you, wanting you to rise from a situation, or just in general, just to be an inspiration in regards to your business, just to like boss up and do something that you love. Now, this is the thing though. I genuinely feel like this person has been for a while trying to set you back from this. Like maybe you were already supposed to start your business, but due to you having somebody in your life, you kind of know, you guys know how it goes when you have somebody in your life that isn't the best for you. A lot of things that you want to go for are normally slowed down. So I feel you actually were a divine intervention for this person. All right. And it's crazy because this person is trying to lie on you and make it seem like they were the divine intervention for you. That is completely the total opposite. Okay. And it's just very evident and it's very shown. This person is a very, very ugly person on the inside. Because I feel like this person knows like purposely that they try to set you back from a situation in regards to an idea, a creative idea that you had for the future. Like I say, you were probably supposed to been put this idea or this business plan out and actually execute it. Um, this person is now slowing down. Okay, their lies about you can't get off the ground. That nobody's believing their lies. Everybody knows that this person, it's like everybody knows that you were a divine intervention for this person. Like you basically shield this person from something negative or may put their life in a better direction, except them. Okay. But in their mind, they feel like everybody else is like, oh yeah, you were the divine intervention for whoever is watching this video. And nobody is literally thinking that. And everybody is like, no, this person who's watching this video was a divine intervention for this third party. Okay. Well, I mean, not third party, but this person opposite of you. Okay. So I feel like this person has been slowing down, right? And I feel like with them slowing down and you moving forward, oh my God, they're starting to realize just how stupid they were from for what they were doing. Okay. It's something about them needing some sort of acceptance with this lie. Because one thing about a lie, most people, it's just not one person that's gonna lie. It's gonna be the person has to at least get a couple of people to lie with them. That's normally how it goes. All right. And I feel like this person is starting to realize like they don't have nobody to go along with their lie. So in so many words, it's just kind of like, well, it's no point in me putting more work into this if nobody's believing the lie that I'm trying to tell about pretty much how this person feels about the person watching this video. Okay. Or their delusion of how they feel about you, which is very stupid. So I just feel like this person is starting to realize like they're a fool. They were dumb for what they did. Like from beginning to the end. They didn't even have a full plan. They didn't even execute their lie correctly. They didn't even make their this is like one of those lies where somebody don't even make their lie look believable. They just like throw a lie out there and they just like, I hope people believe it. It's like what? So this person's realizing, well, Lying on you is not gonna work. So they realized like they were petty for what they did. And now something is gonna backfire. The spell work that they were trying to send to you is gonna backfire onto them. And God is gonna show them somehow, some way. And I really think it's with a divine lover that's gonna be coming in. So this is the vibes. While you think you finna go for this business after you've been held back for so long, it's like you the past situation, you already had a past situation that was like holding you back, right? This past person is out of the way and they're trying to spread their lives, it's not working. You're just pretty much moving forward, right? And you're able to move forward without difficulties or without this person trying to pull you down, right? Like a crab in a bucket type of energy, okay? Now, right when you're like, oh, I could start my business, it's green lighting by the divine. I don't have nobody holding me back, nobody stopping me. Bam! The divine brings in this abrupt ending. And it's like this abrupt ending of also you guys, I will say this. Be careful, like if you with your children's um health at this current time. So maybe like if you guys like have kids that are like, little kids, little young kids, don't let them sleep in a crib. I don't know why. I just feel like don't let them sleep in a crib. If they have a little cold, like really watch over them at this current time. Um, I just feel like there is something about like it's nothing bad is gonna happen, but it's just also something about because it's something about like if this is for the people who have a kid, it's just something about like your child might feel lonely without a brother or a sister, or it's just something like that. But and I feel like I'm not saying it's making them sick, but when you want something you can't get it, like say if you ain't got enough money for some food, that can make you real sad, like stress, sadness and all that stuff. It can make you like kind of almost like having like misalignments physically. So just I'm not, like I said, I don't feel nothing bad is going to happen to your child, but just give them a little more attention and care. If they sleeping in a crib, you might, but I don't know. I'm not no doctor because they say it's not advised to have the children to sleep with you. So I'm not gonna recommend that, but I do know scientifically it's better to actually have the child sleep with you because it decreases the child's cortisone. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but just a lot of things where the children when they're in the crib, when they're sleeping, they say scientifically the children don't breathe correctly when they're sleeping by themselves. Their stress levels are increased. Their heartbeat is just all over the place and crazy. Like, but they say they tested it out with children sleeping with their parents. And it states that scientifically, when the child is closer to their guardian, especially at night, if you ever notice, like if you have children, or if you have a child you're attached to, you ever notice when you're sleeping with them and like you'll put them on the side, and then the next thing you know, right when you trying to get into your sleep, they'll roll over onto you and like grab you and then go to sleep on you. But if they don't grab you, they got to put their leg by you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that helps the children's stress levels to go down. So even though it's not recommended, the doctors, can we know doctors aren't always correct. They are not God. They are just people that are placed on this earth to help us. But it has been so scientifically and spiritually proven over and over again that doctors does not have the last say so, and that doctors are just people that can give you advice. But you as a parent have to follow your intuition on what you feel is best for your child. Okay. So um that's just a little tidbit. If your child is sleeping in a crib, maybe you guys should just sleep in like the child's room with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like until this divine person comes in, because I just feel like there's a child that feels really really lonely. I'm not going to lie. And I've been trying to like gloss over it, but that's kind of what I feel like this child is very very lonely. And that's not to say like you aren't being a good parent, but that's to say that you are more of adult and they're a child. So the things that they would be able to do with another child, like run around, play, have a lot of energy, want to jump around, as an adult when you're paying bills, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work, you gotta come home, take care of the kid. You don't really have all that energy to be able to you know what I'm saying, be able to play with a child like another child would, because you're adult, you're too freaking tired, you know what I'm saying? You're waking up on the child's schedule, the child's not waking up on your schedule, you probably don't have enough sleep, you gotta work, you gotta make money, you gotta pay bills, you're stressed, you're trying to figure out what's gonna happen next with your future, maybe you're a single parent, it's just so many factors. So I feel like even though you might, like I'm saying, it's not to say that you're a bad parent, but it's just to say that this child is starting to realize, like, hey, mommy is sometimes tired. Okay. Mommy is not always have the energy to play with me. Mommy is mommy. Okay. She's not like a little brother or sister. So I feel like this child is wanting a sibling, and maybe you as mommy, you're probably like, oh no, you probably are very, and this is what I'm doing, like I really want my child to have other siblings, but right now it's not the time. Like, I'm not where I want to be financially. I got a good little amount of money, but it's not a good little amount of money where I feel like I'm gonna be secure for 20 years. I want the type of money that I feel like I'm be secure for, truth be told, not 20 years, but for forever. Okay. That's really what I'm gunning for. So I'm just not where I want to be financially, and just in many ways than most. Okay. And I just feel like it would not be fair for me to have a child at this current time. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you guys are in that situation, I feel like God is like, don't worry about it. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I'm hearing you out, and I'm going to help you. And we're going to find a different way for your child to get a sibling. And this is probably going to be with like a stepbrother or a stepsister. Okay. So, yeah, the beneficial thing is I definitely do feel like there is someone who feels like somebody feels like you're the perfect person for them, right? But this person feels like you're pushing them off on somebody else and they want you. Okay? Um um I don't get this part about another race. So what the hell? That ending part is kind of confusing to me. Um, this is what's so confusing is I don't even think you know this other race or whoever this person is who feels like you have you're not a punk. This is just a them problem. Like, you might not even know somebody got a problem with you. So like there is somebody who feels like what? There's like another race who's trying to, so if you're black, Caucasian, if you're Caucasian, black, or whatever, put another race. But there is something about like if you're black, there's a white person around the your person, or somebody that likes you or something like that, right? That finds you to be the perfect person. And maybe this like it's the energy of maybe a mentor, I'm guessing. I'm guessing like a mentor. Um like if this person's black, maybe they have a manager or maybe they have a mentor for their life. I'm not sure. Put it to where it resonates. Maybe they play like football, basketball, or baseball, and they're black, but they have a white mentor who's like a coach. Um, Maybe they are a rapper and they have like a manager who they look up to. Um, Maybe they are a person who's trying to start a business and they have a mentor who already has a business. Put it where it resonates for you. But there is something about this person being cool with another race. And this other race was gunning for this is I can't really make this energy out, okay? Um and I got things to do, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a free reading. So it's basically giving me the vibes like maybe this other race is connected to this person. Maybe it's their coworker that they look up to. It could be as significant as that, okay? Maybe it's just somebody they know who comes in the job and they always have a Bentley, okay? They have a lot of money and they're another race. I don't know. Put it where it resonates. It's somebody they could be getting advice from. This person wanted you to be with this person to like help them to get to their status, if this makes sense. So maybe this other race has some sort of status or stature or something that this person is influenced by, and this other race feels like that this person can't do this alone. They have to have what most people do who are smart, who want a legacy, they have to have a partner. And if it's just like a Jay-Z and Beyonce type of thing, like they're it's you can't just do it by yourself. And I think this other race realizes that, but it's something that this person it's something that you noticed about this person. I'm not saying I don't know if you got the ick, but it's kind of like, you observe somebody for a good while and you start to realize your differences and you're just like, I don't think we work. It's kind of giving that vibe. So if you notice something about this person and you realize like, I don't think this person is the one for me, even though they feel like you're the one for them. Okay. And this other race is upset because they're like, hey, because this whoever this other race is, they really put in a lot of work to guide you to this person, but it wasn't in a divine way. It's I don't know. It's not, I don't know. It's just like this person, this other race felt like, hey, this person is good for you. And the life that you're wanting is like the life I have. And the life I have, I got this life by making sure I had a partner. Or if this other race doesn't have a partner, they just know that that's the easier way to get to the life that they're wanting. And this other race is upset that you didn't go along with the plan. Okay, because this other race is like, hey, I'm trying to get my protege connected with you because I know you could be able to boost them to another level, like put them at the next level that they're wanting. Um, and it's like this other race. Let me tell you something. Look here. I'm not gonna lie. This other race got a little liking for you. Okay, they have spotted you for this person. Okay, I'm really getting the vibe of like a legacy energy where like the rich people, they find their son or their daughter to marry another rich person. It's giving like royal bloodline type of energy, keeping it in the bloodline. Hey, we're rich, we date rich people. We're royal, we date royal people. You're a queen, you gotta date a king. It's giving that type of energy. And I feel like this other race is like, hey, this is a king, you're a queen. You both are royal, okay? And you both have a legacy mindset. You both want this legacy. And this race feels like you're just gonna just this other race. I'm gonna just call this person a mentor. They feel like you're just giving your king to a fucking like to I don't even know what to call it. What's the lower level? Like to like what's chess? Now I'm thinking of chess. What's the lower level of the queen? It's like you're giving your king over to somebody else. And but this is really though, let me tell you something. This is really like whoever this other race, this is not a you problem though. It's kind of like this person feels like so you giving your king, your legacy over to somebody else. And it's like this other race is looking at you like you is if you're a feminine energy, they're like, you a punk. Cause I never give my if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't be giving my king up. You're a punk. So you gonna give your king over to somebody else? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There is a little bit percentage of this other race who is like mentoring somebody. They're starting to realize that it's a lot that comes with this person. Like, it's like they're trying to keep this person on a straight and narrow. And they're kind of let me tell you something. They're realizing that this other person needs a partner. because they're starting to get, I don't know to call it destructing, but it's kind of like getting lost, if that makes sense. Like, it happens where when we miss our marks in life. Okay. You ever had that happen to you where you missed a mark in life? Now we can always we can always do the thing of like, I think SZA talks about this in one of her songs. I really love SZA songs. And that's not because she's spiritual, not to be cliche, but she be saying some real shit. So one thing SZA said in her song, it was kind of something to the lines of like, you know, I could say that everything happens for a reason, but it's kind of like, what if that shit wasn't even supposed to happen for a reason or something like that? Like, how we say little stuff like when things happen to like not lose our mind. I think she was like saying that in the song. Like, I'm just saying things happen for a reason so I don't lose my mind, but what if that shit it wasn't even supposed to happen like that or something? So it's kind of this vibe of like this person can sense that this other person needs a partner, and this other race that is this person's mentor can sense that this person is feeling like they missed their mark. And what happens with people who start getting this feeling of they missed their mark, they start becoming very lost. They start losing hope, they start losing faith. Their light about themselves kind of dims, like, because they can sense like it's something that I'm something that I'm supposed to have, it's something that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm just not. Even if a person is where they want to be in life, they can be financially stable, they can have the money, the house, the car, the clothes, everything, right? But they can just feel like there is something that is missing. Okay, whether it's a partner, they can have a partner, but this is not a situation of a person that has a partner. This is a person who does not have a partner, and they're just like, there's a mark I'm missing in my life. And some people don't really know what to do with that, because it's kind of like making a puzzle and there's this one piece missing, like a pivotal piece that's missing. Like, and you can't put that puzzles together because it's a couple of pieces missing. And that's what it feels like with a mark. It's like a couple of pieces of the puzzle missing. And you can't even create the foundation of the puzzle because it's a bunch of things missing from it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like this person feels like their foundation is very kind of, this mentor feels this person foundation is shaky. But here you go. You take yourself out of the equation of like being this person's person, and then you give them over to somebody else like her. I don't think I'm gonna be your person, or it's really like you like, I don't think you're my person, but I know somebody that could be your person though, and y'all could work great together. This other race is like, bitch, so you finna be by yourself, but what this other race don't know, you ain't never by yourself. You are never by yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am telling you now. Um, I don't know. It's like this reading is falling off with a cliffhanger. Um, but I think what it really is that you've been through a situation similar to this once before. Okay. And I think you just observed some things and you kind of realize like, I don't want to go through this again. So whoever this person was who was holding you back, this person right here, might look tempting, but I feel like you can sense that this person will hold you back too. So you giving them over to somebody else. Okay. Um, Now this is what's interesting. Now that I'm reading this, um, hmm. Well, not reading this, but looking at the intro cards. Let me clarify. Let me put some cards out. Wait, I had did a reading. Well, what was these cards? Okay, we got Scorpio. That was from my old reading, but I'm gonna put those cards out too. Okay, so you have stopped feeling guilty for saying no, Scorpio. Your Scorpio, eighth house. You are set aside from this person. You're not even someone's enemy, and they honestly felt you were. Oh, you know what this is? Okay. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I genuinely feel like, because I'm not gonna lie, the card blank in the Simpsons deck, that blood moon at the top of it right here, it kind of gives me an eerie vibe, and I don't really like the vibe that it gives me. It gives me the energy of like somebody who has period sex. And look, I'm not to get graphic, but they say period sex is a little bit of witchcraft, okay? All right, look, I have done my thing with that too and put that towel down. So listen here. But they say like the blood moon just gives me like period sex. It gives me like blood. I just get to thinking about I just get to think about real faded stuff like somebody dying. Like, I don't know. As I've done readings, this card has been getting more eerier to me. Okay. So I think you kind of felt something that was faded in regards to this situation. It could have been as simple as you could have felt like if you would have got this with this person, y'all would have tried to have a kid, you would have had a miscarriage. A lot of people, I hate to burst people bubble, but most people kind of already know this. But it's after they get out of a relationship. A lot of miscarriages is really the divine intervention, because the whole time you want to kill with that person. Well, if you ever see a person in a relationship with somebody and they keep trying and trying and trying and trying to have a kid, that's whole time you don't even know this guy trying to tell you you do not want to have a kid with this person. This person is not good for you. Your spiritual team seeing something on the other side that you was blinded to, and they trying to give you warnings. But when you don't listen, God gonna eventually say, "Okay, well, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get what you think you want." And when you get it, you gonna see what I was talking about. You probably gonna make lemons out of lemonade, but you could have just had the lemonade if you would listen to me. It would have been already freshly squeezed. Now you're gonna have to do work to get your lemonade. Okay. So I feel like you just sensed something already. You sensed something wasn't gonna go good with this person, regardless if everything glittered and gold. You just sense something that this other race, whoever this person that feels like you a punk when it's just a damn problem. Because they do want the best for this person, but it's kind of like they want like this person to get themselves together so they don't have to do much work on this person. You get what I'm saying? Like you come in and boom, you doing the most of the work that they would do, and then they can kick back and they don't have to do too much work. That's really what that is. So that could another thing it could be is like this is a guardian, like a parental figure possibly, but it says another race, but I don't know. Adoption could happen, or like I say, this is a mental type of energy that's just like, look, I need somebody to step in and do some work because I'm tired of putting work on this person. This the thing. You felt something. You felt something. Okay. And you said, oh no. And this is interesting. Eighth house talks about death transformation. You realize you and this person, y'all from different sides of the tracks. Y'all think differently. Y'all see the future differently. Y'all see legacy differently. Y'all have different perspectives, different mindsets. When it comes to tradition, you have to. What was I literally just saying? Royals need to be with the royals. The peasants need to be with the peasants. That's just how it goes spiritually. Okay. And I feel like you realize, regardless how good this person look on paper, wax, or just in general, you realize like, hey, this person got peasant blood set, peasant bloodline, and I don't got time to be mixing my royal bloodline with this peasant bloodline. And that's just the truth. That is just the truth. Okay. Um, but I feel like somebody realizes the whole time you weren't their enemy. I don't know, maybe somebody thought you wanted them to be lonely and miserable, and the whole time you didn't. You just was just like, we just come from different traditions. We see things different, and that's okay. And I think you sent this person, you pushed this person off on somebody who matches their traditions. And now they upset because they like, you my perfect person. But it's like, no, you're their perfect person, but they're not your perfect person. They're not your perfect person that you want to have a family with, or you gonna be going through some things. I will not lie to you. I will not lie to you. Don't get me wrong. Oh, it'll be nice. You know, you'll probably have the money, cars, clothes, and all that stuff. But you will have endured some hurt. You will endure some hurt, and I feel like you got this vibe of like you don't want to endure no hurt to receive your legacy. You wanna take go for your legacy and with the easiest way possible. Okay. So whole time that's what this moon card really is symbolizing, that you was able to see through some sort of illusions. Okay. You was really able to see through some sort of illusions. And illusions that you're able to see is that this person know damn well, value wise and spiritually, you're not a match for them. You're not a match for them. You sent this person on. So if this person is a hood nigga and you a bougie middle class suburban girl, you might entertain it for a while, but you probably told this person like, no, you need to go deal with somebody that's from the hood. You need to get a girl from the hood. You don't need me. And that was the smartest thing you could have did. And you weren't wrong, queen, okay? You weren't wrong at all right? You actually saved yourself. And if you have a child or if not, your inner child from foolishness, okay? Because and I feel like this is just some a lesson that you've already learned, okay? But I'm not gonna lie to you, this person feel like you just petty because they really like you, they really want you. And what it is that they are so attracted to is that they know and they so you they know in their soul, like they know in their soul that you would be happy. They would be happy with you, but you wouldn't be happy with them. And they know that. They know that deep in the crevice of their soul. But they might never admit it. Like Lala and Jay Cinco. I really like their relationship. I really like how Jay Cinco is attentive with her and stuff like that. But I don't think Jay Cinco is the one for Lala. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be like, who is this? But look, I be trying to stay young. Okay, because I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you something. Anybody that got relationship content, I'm gonna be watching it. I'm going to be watching I love a good relationship content. I love seeing people in relationship. I love seeing people in love. Okay. Now I think Lala is in love with being a mother. I think she's in love with having a partner with her through her whole pregnancy. I think she's in love with that. Now she has her moments where she feels like he's not always there like he needs to be, but from most girls in the hood, Lala's not doing too bad because most girls don't even have the man present at all, at all, But that's another thing where people should not do, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm like in the urban community and people be like, well, girl, be lucky that your baby there. Be lucky what, bitch? Girl, fuck, be lucky nothing. He ain't got no choice but to do it. That's the women problem these days. They not putting their foot down with these men, okay? And Bahama. And I had to pop back out. I ain't gonna lie, I have been ducked off. I literally just said that beginning of my reading. I have been ducked off, but I'm finna get back into action. You know what I'm saying? I've been ducked off. Your girl's been I've been working behind the scenes, okay? I've been working behind the scenes. All right. I can't tell what I'm doing behind the scenes, but it's some major, so you know what I'm saying? But I will be back kind of regularly with my readings and stuff, okay? But yeah, shout out to Bahamas. That's I don't want to say that's my favorite because I don't want nobody else to be, getting on me like, oh, you got a favorite. Ah. But listen here. So yeah, but what I was saying, you guys, is I genuinely feel like you was smart enough to just see like this is not the person for you. And I'm not gonna lie, when they go to this person that you put them off on, they not gonna like this person. They gonna want to be with you. But I feel like whoever this person is opposite of you, they have a very selfish energy because if they see that you pushing them off on somebody else, that means like you've observed and seen something that doesn't you've seen that something is not going to make you fully happy like you deserve. So why would this person want you to be in a J Cinco slash Lala type of relationship? Because if you see Lala, when I say it's not one video where Lala don't show at least five, I can count on hands and feet how many times in just one video Lala be showing she got the ick for Jay Cinco. And every woman know what an ick is when it comes to their man. Okay. She has the biggest ick for him. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. But the thing about it is, hey, you got a man that actually wants to take care of the baby, want to be there for you. Woo. So women feel like that's enough. No, that's not enough. What about happiness? The hell? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Lala wanted a bougie nigga with a lot of money. Okay. And that's what she should have fucking went for. She should have went for it. But this is a lesson that she will have to learn. Because I even said that when they got pregnant, I said, oh Lord, give her about a couple of years. She gonna see if this is really the nigga she wanna be with though. But truth be told, even in the beginning when they was dating, I could tell Lala had this vibe of like, I really don't want this nigga, but it's just like this the nigga that's gunning for me the most. You know how it be sometimes when it be that one nigga that's just gunning for you, like, well, I might as well give him a chance. Then next thing you know, bitch, you married, bitch, you pregnant, bitch, y'all living together. It's like, what the fuck? But I really think, let me tell y'all some who, if anybody know who Jay Cinco and Lala is, y'all might not. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this is like for the mostly this channel be I have a lot of grown people that watch this channel, like 20s to 30s type of vibe, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I genuinely feel like I feel like Duke was the best option for Lala. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. I feel like on Streaming University, because I watch Kaya, I love them. They keep my inner child alive. I'm not gonna lie. With paying bills, being responsible, being on my own mommy duty, like just really being on my grind and really just setting down the foundations for my little immediate family. It sucks that the inner child right about me. But when I watch them, I'm like, oh, well, they could be goofy, funny, childish, and do all the fun stuff that I'm not able to do because I got to do groundwork. Okay, it would be nice to have a job like that, but I ain't gonna lie, even people would just get tired of a job like that. Because with Duke, didn't you tell Duke he's getting tired of that job? Duke, it's time for Duke to settle down, have him a family, start posting him relationship content and stuff like that. Like it's his time. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like Lala should have went with Duke, and Duke was low key finna rock with Lala, but I think it was her age or something that kind of threw him off. Well, she no, she was 28. So no, never mind, never mind. But I don't know, maybe she was too quiet because I think Duke like girls that chase him. But and I ain't gonna lie, India was chasing him, but the only thing about India was she ain't know how to like cool it. Like, like she was like chasing him, but it was forceful. You gotta be a little smooth with the chase. She wasn't smooth with the chase. You gotta lure them in a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta make them think you don't care about them. The type of dudes that like to get chased. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't like to deal with dudes that like to get chased. I will not lie to you. I don't care how fine, I don't care how fine, how much money a dude got. If you like to get chased, you might as well don't even look in your rearview mirror and think you gonna see me behind her. Cause I swear to God, I ain't gonna chase you. I'm not. I like dudes that like to chase. I like dudes that like chase me. But the dudes that like to be chased, oh, you can count me out. You count me clean out. But truth be told, normally it works for me because I don't be chasing them. That's why it worked for me. Because they low key like that though. They low key like that. The dudes that like to get chased, they like the one girl. While they surrounded by all these girls, they like that one girl that's sitting in the cut in the corner, that's probably on her phone, probably do and involved in something else. And they gonna be looking at her like, who she thinks she is? Why she not chasing me? They like stuff. Them fine dudes with a lot of all that money and all that excess, with power, money, and all that stuff. They love that. They love that. And it don't be fine and not chase them. Oh, who do you think you? Who is that? They gonna hit that. Who is that? Because really, what they want to say, why she ain't chasing me? And now I need to know who she is. But listen, Lala should have went with Duke. But Lala was just too quiet and she wasn't chasing Duke. India, she thought she wanted Duke, but the whole time what she really needed was uh DDG the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think Dude could have went with India if India would have chilled out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think India is ready to chill out, which ain't nothing wrong. She's young with no kids. Bitch, live your life. I ain't saying be no hoe. Because when people hear live your life, they think be a hoe. No, girl, live your life. You don't have no kids. India is nice looking. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like her BBL. I will not lie. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no hateration, nothing. I don't like her BBL, but I think India is fine as fuck. India is very different with her clothes game. She got a different type of vibe. You know, she's an Instagram girl, but she kind of got this hip, cool, fresh, sexy, crazy, cool vibe to her. But that BBL, I really want her to get that BBL together though. Cause like her body is already nice. But you know, everybody, you know, hey, some people like what they like. So that's just my suggestion, but that don't mean for her to go do it. You know, if she like her booty, her BBL how it is, then all kudos to her. But I feel like Duke should have went with Lala. Jay Cinco, what who I don't know. I just think Jay Cinco should have just continued to do his little sharking thing, what he calls it. Duke should have went with Lala. India could have went with Duke if she would have chilled out. And he probably would have chilled her out a little bit too. But low key, crazy enough, she skipped to DDG. And I feel like DDG, it seems like he's better suited for her. You know what I'm saying? Like he's able to handle her, handle her in the ways that Duke couldn't handle her. Okay. So, cause you know, Duke just 32, he just grown, he just don't got time. Okay. You know, when I'm 30, when you get 30, it's just I ain't got who got time. I think India's 30, but she's a different type of 30 though, with no kids type of 30. A young woman, nice looking, nice body, got a lot of money, cars, clothes, around a lot of family. I mean, come on now. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? She's living a life, live her life. But truth be told, I don't even think Duke is what India needed. Okay. Um, she just needs to go to DDG. Duke needs to be with E. I like that. Duke needs to be with E. I've noticed E. don't never get to be in the proximity of Duke. What is that about? That's really upset me. But she always around Deshae. Like, hook that up. Okay, Deshae is not what she need. I think Deshae kinda got a little soft spot for her though. I'm not gonna lie. I think he got a soft spot for her. But I feel like Ekane needs to go with Ekane needs to go with Duke. Because Ekane got a little sweet side to her. If she find the right dude, I feel like she'll kind of calm down a little bit. And I think she really hurt. And I feel like Duke can provide that security that she needs because she's going through a lot of hurt. Like I think she lost her grandma. I just lost my grandpa. And I think she said in the video, like, if it wasn't for me, the reason why she ended up having that child that she had was because if she wouldn't have had that child, she would have drunk herself to death. I completely can't understand her hurts. Now, don't get me wrong, when my grandpa died, and I lost my grandpa in the most unbelievable way. I had to do CPR. I heard his jaw snap when they broke because his body was so stiff. They was trying to put it's a thing where they clear the liquid out. They was trying to get his jaw snap. His eyes was open. I had to close his eyes. I had to get him prepared when but I didn't drink or smoke, but that's because I'm built different. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is built different. Everybody handles grief differently. Me, I handle my grief by going to get money. I work myself like a dog. The moment they took my grandpa, the next day, the next day, my grandpa wasn't even in the morgue for like 24 hours. The next day, I'm already at work. Okay. Like, it's in my birth chart though. Like anytime I go through grief, I'm gonna become a workaholic. So everybody handles things differently, okay? But I don't know though. If I didn't have my daughter, I don't know. I'm not sure. I probably would have. I probably would have. But my daughter was it just made me be like, nah. I gotta get to this paper and I gotta get myself together and I gotta help my grandpa soul to rest to where he'll know that I'm good and I'm straight and everybody everybody in my family is good and straight. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, I feel like Duke needs to go with Kane. I actually feel like Duke is grown enough where he would go with Kane. If Kane would settle down and be a hoe, he could forget that she a hoe. Because see, what the arts of being a hoe is, it could be forgotten that you a hoe. Drea. from Love and Hip Hop, not Love and Hip Hop, from Love and Basketball, Basketball Wives, people forget, and Drea wasn't even just a hoe. Drea was a baby. Drea wasn't even a hoe. Drea was a monster. That bitch left her kid in the house for 4 days while she went to go stripping and turn up and everything. People have forgot that. You know what I'm saying? So it's time. No, let me not say time, because time tells the truth. Okay. Now, another thing that time, what, it's not time, but I'm gonna say good image prep. Good image prep can make people forget about negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Good image prep could make people forget about negative stuff. Now, you got other instances where it could be a flip side of it, where you getting a lot of success, you can forget about the negative stuff that people did to you. You know what I'm saying? Or just forgive them. It just depends. But honestly, Duke should have went with Lala. But then again, I don't know, because they say Duke Dennis got kids. They say Duke got kids and he don't really be present. So I don't really know that how that goes, because Duke don't really tell his business, and that just makes people have assumptions. But one thing about assumptions is if there's no proof, it's kind of like it ain't shit you could do unless Duke come out his mouth and explain why he don't really be with his kids that much. I don't know if it was just a situationship and boop, a baby, boop, oop, one of them oops babies, and it's just kind of like, with a oops baby, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't go terminate it? Like you have a oops baby and the nigga don't take care of the kid. I mean, what did you think was finna happen? This nigga was finna be a good man, and which is what dudes should do. Step up to the plate, still be a good man, but not all men are like that. And that's why I say everything that glitters ain't gold, because that woman, Duke Dennis, one of his baby mamas just talking about, he provide financially, but he's never there. He doesn't take care of the kids. He don't spend time. He don't go and dad coffee, donuts, dates, nothing. I said, ooh, that's not. I ain't gonna lie, I still watch Duke stream and stuff for eye candy, but when a man don't take care of their kids, but like I say, I don't know the whole situation with that. It's also like with a oops baby, what do you expect? But I still also feel like if you see your baby mama is actually a really good parent, even though it's a oops baby, you stuck your dick in her. It took two to tango. So, it still shouldn't be that thing where we do as like we say, oh well, you had a baby by the man, it's a oops baby, why would you still have it? Okay, if the woman still choose to have it, the man needs to step up and be a man still, regardless. At the end of the day, don't nobody give a fuck about that, because it's a oops, baby. You still take care of your child. That's what you're supposed to do. The fuck, you shouldn't have been oops and shit. The hell. But I want to say Duke should have went with Lala, but when I think about it, Duke don't take care of the kids he got. So she actually I really think Lala should have just kept living her life whole time. People like, oh, Lala should have been. She needs to be with somebody rich who got more money. Yeah, but apparently she was missing her marks or something. It wasn't happening. Okay, she wasn't finding nobody who wanted to get her pregnant, who had a lot of money and stuff. Or these niggas was still on the road. These, you know what I'm saying? These niggas with a lot of money. It take them a while for they finally want to settle down and have kids. So Lala really should have just continued to enjoy her life, kid free, and dealt with them rapper niggas with money, as she should get your money, create her little business, stream a little bit, do her beauty skincare regimens and stuff, and live her single, get money, rich life, dealing with the rich niggas. Well, that's what she should have did. That's what she really should have did. um Jay Cinco low key should have still been shark and shit. I'm not gonna lie, he should have still been with the Shay Shark and shit. um, Duke should have went with E Kane, because whole time that's who really need some sort of security, like with a actual man figure. But this why I say Duke need to go with he Kane. Because one thing about them niggas that don't take care of their real kids, they always take care of the kids that ain't theirs. I swear to God. Them niggas with real kids that don't take care of their real kids, I guarantee you they gonna take care of them kids that ain't theirs. Like a dog. You would think them kids is theirs. So that's why I say E Kane need to get with Duke. Cause niggas who already got kids that don't take care of theirs, they love taking care of kids that ain't theirs. She needs to get with Duke. I feel like E. Kane will. I feel like I just feel like it will work. Cause low key Duke come off like he want a mature woman and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but I just think Duke he needs to stick. He need to go with he came. They will make a fire couple. I just feel like that would be so fun. I feel like that would be so fun. Oh my god, it would be the vibe. E. Kane just turned lit, and Duke just being the fly on the wall. Can you imagine Duke being a fly on the wall? Only E. Kane can make Duke be a fly on the wall. So I just feel like it would be so fun, and it would just be fun, but also PG, where E. Kane ain't got to get too turned because Duke. Every time a girl try to twerk on him and stuff, he wanna be modest and stuff. So I feel like he can make it would just be the perfect balance of crazy, toxic, and cool style. Okay, so E. Kane needs to go with Duke. India needs to stay with DDG, but she's starting to get the ick just like Lala. She's starting to get the ick just like Lala. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, Lala and Jay Cinco should have still been sharking shit. They should have been sharking shit. DDG should have stuck with India because it seemed like India is actually on her paper chasing type of vibe. And DDG loves people who actually be on that type of vibe. One thing I noticed about DDG, and another thing, DDG's a Libra. One thing I noticed about DDG, even Jazz, the girl who's like a stud, Jazz is really one of them girls, and she got the same name as me. But Jazz is really one of them girls. Like, if you be around her, she gonna put you on money. I think she was going with that little one girl from Louisiana and stuff like that, who just had the droopy eyes and stuff. Um, she just her personality was just it was it was not there, but it was more attitude. Like her personality was attitude. But she was putting her own game. You know what I'm saying? And got her with her little stream, like not streaming, but little YouTubers. So one thing about them Libras, them motherfucking Libras gonna get you, put you on some money. Okay, they gonna put you on some money. I promise you. Okay, so I think India needs to stay where she at, but she's starting to get the ick for DDG because I think low key India want to be in a relationship with DDG because truth be told, India really needs a relationship too because I think India is going through some things also. It's just she's hiding it with like hype, fun, style, and shit like that. But I think he can't need it more than India. Okay. Uh but truth be told, I don't know these people to know how deep their pain is. But dude needs to go with E Kane. India needs to stay with DDG, but she about to get the ick. So she needs to hurry up and figure out what she wanna do. Or she low key, she looking at DDG to figure out what he's finna do, if he's gonna be with her or not. And I don't think DDG going because I think Haley, his baby mama, done just broke his heart because he was having sex with her fire. She was having sex with her fire. Like, what? I'm not gonna lie, that makes sense though. Haley and Brent Fayez, I can actually see that because Brent Fayez give Duke vibes. Like Brent Fayez and Duke give the same vibes. Like they give the gentleman vibe, okay? But don't ever think the gentleman is good dudes because them motherfuckers is worse than the hood niggas. I promise you. I promise you. But they give like the modest men type of vibes. You know what I mean? So I could actually see that, but cheating was crazy. But I'm like, oh my girl Haley cheating, but let me tell you something. When it comes to a baby mama cheating, they don't count. It don't count. It don't count. It don't count because when you have kid with a man, especially a young man, them young men be putting them women through it. Them young women through it. So we don't know what DDG didn't put Haley through. Am I saying this girl name right? We don't know what he put her through. So, I just think he heartbroken after he found out Brent Fayez, and then he talking about he listening to this nigga music, and I'm not gonna lie, Brent Fayez got good music. Can you imagine if your girlfriend, like if your baby mama fuck Brent Fayez? And here you is, he got some good ass music out. You can't even listen to the music. I think that was torture for DDG. DDG was tortured. Like his music is good though. It's really, really good. But Yeah, anywho. So I think he's just so hurt by that. He's never going to really take nobody serious. And I think India want him to take him serious because I think India wanted Duke for like some sort of security. All women want men for security. Come on now. And I don't mean like living in housing. I just mean like feeling safe. That's what I'm gonna say. Cardi B, make me feel safe. You know what I'm saying? This world that is just so horrible. Okay. I think that's low key what India wanted, but India is so hyped. Like, and I don't mean hype like people hyping up. I mean India got this hype ass energy. Like India energy does not give like you want to be in a relationship. It gives like you want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So I just think the approach come off a little wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then she also got that little messy, feisty energy to her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That it seemed like only DDG can handle, which is kind of what Duke was kind of getting off on. But one thing about India is she's a jelly bean. And from what I've noticed with her and DDG make her softer. So she one of them women, she gonna be messy, she gonna do the most in the beginning, but like once she realize like you make her feel safe and secure, then she mellows out. Because when she with DDG, she's totally mellow as fuck. And that's because DDG didn't handle all of her dark moments. Like India's kind of like what do you call it? She gives Mean Girls. She gives like, and most of the Mean Girls have been around a block of knowing how the world is, how mean the world is, and they have that armor up because of that. And I feel like DDG was able to see that because he all he knows is mean bad bitches, so he knows how to handle them better. I'm not gonna lie, Duke Dennis don't have bad bitches. Crazy to say, and that's not to say that he can't get bad bitches, but I really feel like Duke Dennis is one of those real sweet, sensitive souls. You know, you gotta understand. Remember where this nigga from? This nigga is from South Carolina. Okay, he's a country man, a Southern man. Okay, this is a Southern man. Okay, he don't even like L.A. Okay, so that lets you know that he's probably not gonna have the baddest bitches, and it's not that because he can't get the baddest bitches, but because he gives me the vibe like he's the type of dude where he more so goes for if the woman is a good soul, you know, if the woman has a good heart. That's not to scratch off the table that he got a baby making kink though. You know, I'm not gonna take that off the table for him though. But I do feel like is he a good soul amongst the many souls that we encounter in this world that come off very horrible in his status and rank? Yes, he's probably the best it's gonna get. But does he have a baby making kink where he will make a baby with you and leave you? Hell yeah. So that's why I feel like to help that, automatically come in with the kids automatically. Literally just automatically come in with your own kids. And I feel like he will take care of them kids, but don't ever think you finna get pregnant by him. And he gonna stay with you because his track record does not show that he's gonna stay with you if you have a kid. Once he have a kid with you, Duke Dennis is one of them people. It seems like he gonna throw your ass away. But then again, like I say, I don't know. But I just still feel like even real niggas, even when it's a oop baby, I know real niggas who still take care of their oops babies. Okay, so it's just still no excuse. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like Kane, when you really think about it, Kane and Duke is a good matchup. It's specifically for what Kane going through and what Duke want a family that can cosplay all type of stuff. And then she ain't gotta worry about the nigga leaving. She can still have Chris in the background because you know Chris gonna still stay in the background. He's not going nowhere. And then if Chris try to come in and break in the house, you know, Duke a strong southern man. He love protecting women and just being protective. You know them southern men, you know how they are, they're gentlemen. So the moment Chris try to come in and break in the house, like used to do that shit when he came when she was by herself. And I know that had to be real scary for he came. She might not say it because you know he came. She got like how India is very hype, like how she got this hype type of energy to her. Like I'm the turn lit girl. You know what I'm saying? E Kane, that's India's armor. E Kane armor is like I'm the turnt hoe. And what's the like that's her armor. You know what I mean? Cause like she did the shade stream. The moment they opened the fucking door, the black truck, this bitch EK drinking on Don Julio twerk shaking ass. And then she just say she lost her I think no, not her grandpa, her sister. I'm sorry, her sister. She lost her sister. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why D Shay got a soft spot because I'm gonna tell you some one thing about masculine energies. Even if you a hoe, you could be the hoes of the hoes. If you a hoe that been through something, you got a story, you done been through a lot. All it just something that it does to masculine energies. Masculine energies be having soft spot, even for the hoes. If you a hoe that has been through something, they still gonna have a soft spot for you. And don't let you be a woman that's not a hoe and you done been through something. Oh my God, they coming in to save you because why not? Why not? Why not? This is a good girl who been through. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, when she came in, even though we looking at that as hurt, it's like EK is so hurt. Like she is so hurt. She is just a walk, like she is walking and so much hurt. And like with the shit that Chris do when she posts on what you call it, that's because she make money. And she says that I'm making money off of this shit. But I know that shit be scary. This nigga done busted in my window again. Moomy's crying because daddy busted in my window. He acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a very vulnerable situation for a woman. And E Kane ain't no dumbass bitch though. That's another thing to add on it that's just crazy as hell. She actually goes to school with a 4.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, even through her trauma, she can find a way to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not no dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? She done got her kids up out the hood. You know, like you can't be showing her dumbass moments with shit what she have going on with Chris, but she ain't dumb at all. Crazy as it is, it just might be a little a little young and full of cum, but not dumb though. So you can't need to go with dude. India needs to stay where she at, but she need to hurry up and figure out who else she finna jump to. But I think Didi, her and DDG low key got a friendship, low key. I really think it's a friendship, and I really think they should keep it that way because when you start going with people you have friendships with, it just fuck up so much shit. Lala can't do shit. She really can't do shit right now. Until her baby like get at least 5 or 3 at the most. You know what I'm saying? You can't go get another nigga that quick. It's crazy. But I think she just waiting on Jay Cinco to do something. And I don't even think Jay Cinco is gonna do nothing wrong. And if he do something wrong, it ain't gonna be nothing that she can find where get him caught. But I think Jay Cinco, from his track record with Brooklyn, Jay Cinco he has the same vibe as he Kane. I swear to God, they both are depressed as fuck. Like beyond fucking depressed. And um they both do this thing where, and it's a common thing, when you can't make yourself happy, you find happiness in another person. Jay Cinco is real good at doing that. He did that with Brooklyn. And she did him the fuck in to the point where he was ready to commit suicide, all type of stuff. He was at his lowest ever. And then Lala, he found Lala that's, I'm not gonna lie, Lala is completely out of his fucking league. Let's just say the least. Lala is out of his league. Low key, Lala out of Duke league. But you know, Duke can make it look like he not out of the league. Duke can actually learn a little bit and grow into her traditions. Jay Cinco is just a young nigga that is just trying to find his way, and the whole time he's trying to grow up and find his way too quick when maybe he just need to enjoy life. But I think he's so depressed and he just looks at life differently with his depression that he just can't enjoy life. So he's trying to find some sort of happiness by creating his own family. You know, I don't know if it was some hurts or something that he went through with his family, and most dudes, they do this thing where if having fun with the bros ain't enough, they go have them a family. But then that shit is difficult too. And then when they fuck up and drop the ball on that, then they really just feel like they shit and they back to square one, but way worse. Cause now you probably got child support. And one thing about Lala, she look like she's a traditional, as turned and as a shark as she wants to be and wanted to continue to be. Lala is has traditions installed in her. She coming for that child support money. I'm not gonna lie for you. She's coming for that child support money. So I just feel like they both should have just shark shit. Lala would have did better with shark and shit. Jay Cinco should have shark shit, but I think Jay Cinco should have just went on a spiritual type of vibe. Like Loki, I really think he should have just got on some spiritual shit. I'm not saying get cooped out crazy, but just go travel. And he's a Sagittarius, travel and shit. But see, when when he was traveling, he always want to go somewhere with the shade. Just every now and then travel. He should have traveled by himself and went out to different countries and seen the world and certain stuff. Cause he really gives a vibe like he needs to see beautiful. When you are depressed, you need to go somewhere and see beautiful things in this world that remind you that not all of the world is bad. And I deal with depression too. The best thing that has helped me, don't get me wrong, being a parent, it is amazing. Is it a heavy load? Yes, the fuck it is. But the best thing outside of that is going to travel to places in the world that's not corrupt, that's not horrible. I'm talking about like going to the places where Starbucks is at, where the Chick-fil-A's is at, going to an island, going to Egypt, going to Morocco, going to Tokyo, going to Italy, like just seeing certain places in the world and just realizing, you know what, the world is not that bad. That's what helps the depression. Because even when you go back home, you realize like, hey, it's this home sucks. Like where I live, I hate where I live and I want to move somewhere else. But I know there's other places that when I get tired of home, I can go there and I can just like chill. Okay. And just escape from the bullshit. So, like I say, Lala, Jay Cinco, they should have been shark and shit. Lala should have been shark shit and doing what she had been doing. Jay Cinco, he should have just switched it up and just going to cute, beautiful places every now and then by himself without the shade. Okay. Duke and E Kane need to get together. Okay, because Duke gotta get a bitch pregnant, leave him kink, and he can't coming in with her own kids already. Okay, he can take her of moomies and all that other stuff, and make sure that Chris don't come around the house scaring the fuck out of E Kane, and she can actually enjoy her motherhood like she need to and raise them kids. And DDG and India, they just need to be friends. And I ain't gonna lie. I feel like India gonna get on some church shit. I'm not gonna lie to you because I low key think she's tired, and I just don't really feel or see no nigga that's gonna come into her life that she won't. That's gonna be good for her because just India just gives like she gives girlfriend, but she gives image girlfriend, and that's how she built her image up. And I just don't think it's the niggas with the money that want the image girlfriend really gonna take her serious like she wants. She gonna have to get on some Ari shit. I think Ari has learned the art on the image girlfriend shit. These niggas gonna fuck who they want. And if you a bitch with a BBL and some new titties, and you already know the protege, the type of niggas that's gonna be wanting you, it's gonna be the rapper niggas with money who gonna be fucking them hoes. So either you fuck them hoes with them or you just get cheated on. Okay, one or the other. And I don't know. I just think India, she gives a vibe like she don't want to be cheated on, which is interesting because you would think she would be the girl to do threesome with. But I don't know. I don't know these people like. I'm just it's assumptions. Okay, allegedly, this is what I think would be the best. But I think India needs to just realize like, look, I'm gonna just find me a rapper nigga that just want to cheat or do threesomes or she join in on threesomes, something like that. And DDG, I don't think he can go back to Haley. I think that's just over. And he didn't put out the girl talking about she want to kill herself and stuff like that. That's it's no coming back from that. So I think DDG actually would be cool by himself though. DDG would be cool by himself because DDG is just about getting money, 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 money. And he's a Libra. He is a Libra. Even though Libras love relationships, when they is in that zone, when they cool with being by themselves, oh my God. It's like dealing with a monster. Them niggas is like monsters when it comes to being able to be cool. When they actually be cool with being by themselves, them niggas get to working in a way I ain't never seen. It's about like how they talk about how Capricorns work. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's some Libras and Capricorns got something going on. Like Libra got a shadow side that connects to Capricorn. I don't care what nobody say. Because what I have seen from a Libras and observed, them motherfucker, they shadow side, like they don't have a shadow side, but it's like this vibe of like they got way more money than you know they got. Okay. If a Capricorn ever get hold to a Libra, they got more money than they know. Oh my God. But look, so that's my analogy. Not to play matchmaker, but I'm just saying. And I feel like why I'm about to say Kai, I don't know what Kai. I don't know why Kai. I just feel like Kai. I just feel like Kai going into this genius route. And I think I'm gonna need Kai to understand if he's going towards this genius route, he needs to understand that he's never going to feel like nobody understands him. So that's just what he need to understand. True be told. I think Gigi was his best bet. But I just think Kyle was too busy for Gigi. I'm not gonna lie, he's too busy for her. He's too busy for her. And I think Kai needs to find somebody that's not using him for because who look at Kai? People look at Kai like little brother, you know what I'm saying? But I think Gigi was his best bet. But his friends, he let his friends fuck that up. And I think he know that though. I think he know that. I really think he needs but I don't think there's no getting back. But you never know. But I don't think it's no getting back with her. But cause she didn't talk about him bad or nothing after the breakup. I really think I would say get back with her, but then again, it's not gonna resolve the problem. And if Kai smart as he trying to go for this fashion line now. So he's really finna be working. He's really finna be locked in, and he's getting more serious now. So he just gotta find a girl that's gonna be cool with not spending a lot of time with him, and that want the bags. Kai gonna have to find an image bitch. He's going to have to. He's gonna have to find a girl that wants to get pampered, that actually like her fucking space. She want them designer bags and little times traveling and spending trips, or maybe the bitch she got her own business too. That's what Kai needs to find. He needs to find a girl who got also already got her own business also, and she like being spoiled with designer bags and little trips every now and then. But for now, if he want a girlfriend like Gigi, who you can tell she wants to be engulfed in a relationship, which is nothing wrong. Who some young girls they want to be with their nigga. Not every young bitch is trying to build a business and be a CEO of a company. Okay, some bitches just want to make them a little money, do a little YouTube thing, and have a men. Okay, but Kai he gonna have to find him a girl that like a lot of space, or she just got her own shit going too. One or the other. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's my analogy, on the matchmaker thing. If anybody wants if anybody, you know what I'm saying, any celebs want to know who they need to be matched up with, holla at your girl. Welcome, come to Death Row, because I know I already the moment I see people, I know who to match them up with. I'm telling you, I'm good at this. I observe things. I know things. I know things. Do you hear me? I know things. Holla at your girl, hit your girl up. I can give you a reading. Okay. But yeah, I just made this reading longer than what it was. I'm gonna put like a little clip thing in there to let y'all know to let y'all know when the reading actually ends and when I just have my little TED talk. Okay. So yeah, that's the reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. Look, what I was about to say, and if a celebrity want to holler at me, get in line. I was playing. Not get in line. Get in line is crazy. I mean, if I'm looking cute, if I'm looking real cute, get in line. And I'll pick which one is the best for me. I need some observation that needs to occur first. But let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. But this is the read, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell button so you never miss a PP from your girl. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everything's on the Open Wild Witch. Openwidewitch@yahoo.com is my email. Comment, let me know what resonates, okay? Until